Hey everyone, I'm Denise, a coach with Academic Coaching for World Changers, and I am going to help you pass the NCE. So today I'm going to be talking about the career development section on the NCE. I'm going to focus mainly on John Holland and his reassess theory. So before we get into that, I'm going to talk about how he thought career choice is an expression of personality. So he focused on trait and factor. So that is when your personality traits are matched with job requirements. And self-knowledge as part of career decision making was something that he really focused on. Some of his inventories are including the vocational preference inventory, the self-directed search, the strong interest inventory, and the career assessment inventory. So if you see any of those inventories, know that it is John Holland. So his main theory is the reassess theory. So this acronym will help you remember what all of these different personality types are. So there are 6, and every person has all 6 personality types in some amount. So I'm going to go through each one of these individually, but the 6 are realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. First, we have realistic. So someone who is strong in realistic personality type, they would be called building. So they're good at the mechanical or athletic jobs, things dealing with construction, computers, agriculture. So they are using their hands, they are building things, making things. So when you see realistic, think building. Next, we have investigative. So this is thinking. So these people like to watch, learn, analyze, solve problems. So when you see investigative on someone's personality type with the reassess, they might be in engineering jobs, medicine, they might be doctors, nurses, chemists, biologists, something like that. They really like to analyze things, look through data, solve problems. So that is investigative. Next is artistic. This one, I think at least for me, it's one of the easier ones to remember because artistic, think creating, being creative, using your hands in a creative way, not in the realistic way. But this is more of those unstructured situations. So people who like to do photography or art or paint or architecture, interior design, anything that's creative, kind of outside the box. Next, we have social. So if you're watching this, you're probably preparing to take the NCE and you are probably in a helping career. So you are most likely in the social or stronger in the social personality type. So these people are helping. So they like to work with people more than things. Some of these jobs might be counseling, like I mentioned, nursing, teaching. So really working with people and helping others. And then we have enterprising. And so these are the persuaders. So they perform on the job. So think about a real estate agent. They are persuading you to buy that house. They need to make everything look great, sound really great. They're very good at convincing you of buying something, or think about a lawyer in the courtroom who has to persuade or perform or put on that face for everyone that they are working with. And so those are jobs like real estate, law, banking. So enterprising, think persuading. And then conventional. So these people think organizing. They are detail oriented. They like the data. So people like accounting, insurance, administrative. It's kind of like the opposite of social. They like the things more than the people and the data and the little details in what they're working with, the numbers. So just an overview to put all the words with their little hint. So with realistic, we have building, investigative, thinking, artistic, creating, social, helping, enterprising, persuading, and conventional, organizing. So an example of when you go through the reassec and you find out what your personality type is, you'll usually get 3 of the 6 personality types. And so an example would be artistic, social, and enterprising, or ASE. And so that person could have some ambition, be assertive, want that social interaction. And so people with this personality type, they can impact others' perspectives and their way of life to make a profit from it. So that's where the enterprising comes from. And they do it in a creative way because they are artistic, social, and enterprising. So some work that could be related to these traits are a social entrepreneur, a hairstylist, makeup artist, beauty salon owner, social photographer, or film, stage, or related actor or director. Another example is investigative, conventional, and realistic, or ICR. So these people are drawn to data and information over those social aspects in the professional environment. Because remember, the conventional, they like to work with things more than people, and investigative, they like to really break down and look through the data. So conformity and structure are important, and they like that hands-on approach, like the realistic. So some work that could be related to these traits are carpenter, electrician, chemist, or food service technician. And those are just some examples. And then I have a practice question. So Jim is an urban planner who likes to think outside the box when trying to solve problems and using physical labor to get things done. Which Holland type would best describe his personality? So before you answer, think about what his personality is. He likes to think outside the box, he likes to solve problems, and also use physical labor. So think about what some of those key words were that I mentioned earlier, and then which ones can you cross out, and what is your final answer? So you can pause the video, think about it for a second, and then on the next slide, I'm going to tell you what his personality type is. So he would be artistic, realistic, and investigative, or ARI. So this combines creativity to solve abstract problems with curiosity, responsibility, while being detail-oriented. So this combination gives original solutions to impactful challenges in the society. So some examples of work in this personality type are urban planner, interior designer, documentary maker, or landscape architect. So once again, my name is Denise. If you want to book an individual or a group session for mastering the NCE and being one and done, let me know. My email is right here. It's Coach Denise, acwc@gmail.com, or check out our website that's below. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, look at others, and happy passing that NCE.